write in slope-intercept form. What is the N?
أول شيء
Write in slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form y equals mx plus b. This is what we call the slope-intercept form. M is the slope, b is the intercept. The equation of the line passing through the point A, this point, and parallel lines, they are like this, parallel lines, to the given line. Given line is this line in the graph. Now, parallel lines have the same slope. Have what? Who can repeat? I forgot.
same slope.
The same slope. So, we need to find the slope of our line. Our line looks like this. It's parallel to this line. So, n, I need first n, equals what? I get the slope from the graph. Actually, it's not minus. If a line going like this, the slope is plus. So, you take a point, this point, on the line, and you go to another point, like this point or this point. Don't go too far, just get close. I don't want to go to this point, but this one you need constant one. If you move horizontally 1 unit, you have to move vertically up 2 units. Up to get to the line. Why didn't choose this one? Because it's too hard to calculate this bit. You understand? This bit is not really accurate, but this is accurate. You can get an approximation, but not an accurate value. That's why I choose that point. Good. So my slope is 2. This slope is a slope for the green line, the given line, and the parallel line. Any parallel line, any line on this form has a slope m equals what? 2. So we have the slope. We need to find what? The intercept. The intercept for this one is 1, but for this one, if you draw it, you don't get it accurate, not like a whole number. In this case, we cannot get the intercept from the graph. So what do? We use another way to write an equation. Okay? What way? We have what we call a point slope. Point slope. We have the point and we have slope. So we can use what we call a point slope form for the equation. The point slope is like this. I think they give you this formula in the formula sheet in the exam. Y minus y1 equals n x minus x1. What is m? This slope. What is x1 and y1? The point A. What are the coordinates of point A? You go to the graph and you collect them. This is A. The x is -1, so you put here -1, and the y is 2. We put here 2. Okay? Now, we just substitute. Instead of m, we put this 2. Instead of x1, we put this -1. Instead of y1, we put this 2. Is that clear? So I'm going to show you how to substitute. Now, we substitute in this form. We call this point slope. Yeah? So, write down here, y minus this. Write it down here. But instead of y1, put this 2. Good, equals. Instead of this m, put this m. X minus, instead of x1, put this -1. -1. You put -1. It has to be minus x1 as it is. x1 is negative 1. So minus negative 1. Minus negative 1. Like this. Okay? We are nearly there. Now we need just to simplify this because we have to put it in slope-intercept form, okay? We cannot leave it like this. This is not slope-intercept form. So we have to multiply this minus with this minus, we get plus. So it becomes plus 1, okay? And then, yes, write everything here, y minus 2. Yes. Now, we need to multiply these two over the bracket. So we get, what do we get? Let's see if she can write it. So what do we get? Yes, 2x plus 2. Yes. Copy this. Y minus 2. And now remember, slope-intercept form should be y equals on its own. So this minus 2 is not supposed to be here. So what do we do? Plus 2 plus 2. Okay. Yes, so what do we get after we do plus 2?
2x.
We get y equals 2x plus 4. And that's the slope-intercept form for the parallel line to that line. Actually, it goes through 4. So if I draw it, I get it like this. Can you see it's parallel? Yeah, this is the line that we have written the equation right now. Any question? No. Okay. This question. If you look at this question and that question, what's the difference? This is perpendicular line. In that question, parallel line. So, everything is the same. The only difference, when you are dealing with perpendicular, the slope is not going to be equal. Okay? So this slope and the slope of the perpendicular are not the same. We're going to talk about that. What is the same? This equation is the same. So you copy it here. It's exactly the same equation because we're going to use a point and a slope of the perpendicular. So we use the same equation. It's passing through the point A. That means the point is the same as this question. We don't change it. We take this point. So we put the point A. For perpendicular lines. So, fellas, we have seen the similarities and the difference between the two questions. The slope of the perpendicular line. Now, remember that if you have a line with slope M, the perpendicular, that looks like this. This one doesn't make perpendicular, okay? This has a slope. This one has a slope equals negative 1 over m. You flip. Can you see this? You reverse it. You flip it and you change the sign. If this is plus, you put minus. If this is minus, you put plus. Now our m, this m is 2 for this line, the green line. So what would be this?
Minus 1 over 2.
Minus 1 over 2. That's the slope of the perpendicular. So we write this equation again, and instead of the slope, we put negative 1 over 2. That's it. Copy this equation as it is. Your formula. Y minus equals, so our slope for the perpendicular would be negative 1 over 2 times x minus x1. I would like you to remove this x1 here and put this negative 1 as this x This is your x1, okay? And this is your y1. So remove this y1 and put the value given for the y coordinate of the point A. They are. Now, minus minus, please put it plus here. Negative with negative. X plus 1. Okay, copy everything. This is how you answer this question. That's all. Just remember the slope of the perpendicular. Okay? You reverse everything. Okay? If you have a slope 2, the perpendicular 1 over 2. And minus. Okay? Alas, now we are done. We just change it to slope-intercept form. Change it what? To slope-intercept form. On the form y equals slope x plus b. So what we need to do, multiply this negative half over the bracket. Yes. And let's move this negative 2 there. We put plus 2 here, and we get y straight away in one go. Excellent. Now, we just need to simplify this. Negative half plus 2, you get 1.5. So, your equation is negative half x plus 3 over 2. You know 1.5 is 3 over 2, plus 3 over 2. If you want to put it 1.5, it's fine. You can put it 1.5. But a fractional coefficients are sweeter than the decimals. I prefer fractions. We are done. Now let me test. If this line has a slope equals 5 over 2, what is the slope of the perpendicular? What is the slope of the perpendicular? Negative 2 over well done. Slope of the perpendicular, it's clear here, perpendicular equals negative 2 over 5. That's what you need to remember for perpendicular lines. Is that clear?
Yeah.